Hey. Hello, book friends. Jess here, your book witch. I was gonna go live outside. I got all bundled up and then the wind. I'm a little thinking that the wind's not gonna let me talk. So this is the last episode of Rise. Let me just tell you what's going on with me. We haven't had water in the past 3 days. We haven't had water in the past 3 days, and we just got it back. So we've been kind of like, hey, Corey. Hi, love. We've been kind of just like pooping in buckets and stuff. So we had a beautiful holiday. I hope that yours was good as well. We're in that like in between misty moment of between like, December 25th and January 1st. You were without water too? Yeah. There's a lot of people without the normal utilities, which, I think it's a blessing. The reason I think that like losing utility or a natural disaster is always a blessing is because it unites us all. I learned this in California when the wildfires were like out of control. It only took an us versus them mentality of nature versus human for us all to come together and like unify and help each other out. And that whole love your neighbor vibe really comes out when you guys are faced with natural disasters. So it's always a blessing. And I feel more and more competent and capable every time that a natural disaster, because if you don't know, my goal is to get off grid and not be connected. A deep freeze here for 3 days. Yeah, same sister. So the more I practice losing utilities in the middle of the city, the more I practice going off grid and starting from scratch, because that's the life I want to have. And y'all can catch me in the future in my book witch hut, and it'll be glorious. So this Rise experiment is coming to a closure. Episode 4 had a lot of tech glitches so far that I was thinking, dude, it must be Mercury retrograde, just to find out that Mercury retrograde hasn't started, or it's just started. Anyway, pre-shadow was rough. And moving on. Episode 4 didn't turn out, and that is perfectly fine. And it's reminded me of all things is that we have so much resilience inside of us and inside of our hearts that we're able to show up in the best ways. And it's almost like it challenges you to show up in your best way. Hi, love. Hi, friends. Yo, tell me one thing you're grateful for today. Welcome. Hello. So I have a couple journal prompts that I want to offer you guys for the end of Rise. Hello. I'm not accepting requests. I also have some moving on thoughts, things that I learned from doing Rise. Basically, what I've gathered about myself as a book witch is that I have learned and distilled so much knowledge into all those Sagittarian studying hours have paid off. And I'm well on my way to receiving everything that I've ever desired. But on the other side of that coin is that I have so much to learn, so damn much to learn, and that I will continue to have a beginner's mind, and I will continue to rise up against the structures in which oppressive narratives are the norm. And so you're going to be hearing a lot more of my voice. You're going to be seeing a lot more of my art. And regardless of the type of humanism thing that's going on, I will continue to serve in this way, in this virtual way, until I cannot anymore. I use Instagram as a tool. I don't allow Instagram to use me as much as we possibly can as humans. So I find that it's really, really important for us to all gather in the ways that we see fit. Sometimes we gather in person, we potluck, we gather ideas, we rally together. And sometimes we meet in moon circles virtually online, like we do at WeCo. And sometimes we're just laying in our beds trying to go to sleep or sitting and waiting for someone to get in the car, and we're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling content, and that's human too. So I have a new cool planner this year, y'all. It's called the Legend Planner, and that's where I'm going to be taking some of these questions from. And they're really good questions, y'all. I can't take any credit for them. I have to give it to the Legend Planner team. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write them out and I'll put them in the description, and then you guys can like screenshot or whatever. So highly recommend you take your sacred journal before the first. Personally, my practice has been waking up, listening to a meditation, and laying underneath my red light for like 30 minutes in the morning. I got a red light for myself, for my dad actually, for my birthday, and now I wake up to a 30-minute meditation and I'm under my red light, and it's amazing. I love it so much. So a practice, if you guys aren't utilizing that subconscious space of free writing, and if you're not journaling, if you're not writing down your thoughts and then burning it, you're missing a large opportunity to be embodied as a human. I'm going to be as bold to say it. So I want to ask you some questions. I'm going to make it short and sweet because I know we all have short attention spans. What brings you joy and good feelings in your life? List them. What brings you joy? I've been having to forecast my 2023 plans because I really like making 3-month goals. And those plans, once you write them down on paper, it is a sacred declaration, y'all. It means that you have dropped a seed into the black ether and given enough time, attention, dedication, and love, that seed pops no matter what. I always love to say, remember when you were just dreaming of what you have right now? Like I was dreaming of a fireplace and blessed be I have one. And I am so grateful every day for my fireplace because I love spending the mornings with my hot drink and my planner, my journal, and I like writing these things out. So write out what brings you joy, all right? And that'll magnetize more things that bring you joy to it. Second question, what would you do if money wasn't an issue? How would you spend your time? How would you spend your days? What would you do with your time if money was not an issue? All right, number 3, what are you good at? I almost said me. What are you good at? Let yourself boast. I know you can come up with things that you're good at. Just try. This one's good. What qualities do you admire in others? What qualities do you admire in others? And then, even further to deepen that practice, you could ask your loved ones, what qualities do you admire of me? Try it out. It's so fun. You guys, we have so many days before 2023. I think as the sun returns, let yourself guide yourself to your most potent healing, all right? Writing out things like this, like journal prompts, is a tool that we have access to, y'all. Like if we learn language, why not use spelling in your favor? All right. Do that. Ask other people what they like about you. It'll be great for your confidence. All right, this one's interesting. It might take some thought. What are your top 10 achievements in life? I was like, That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, I have another good prompt. I'm just rapid firing all these prompts to you. So last time in the New Moon Circle, we went month to month in 2022, deciding and really clarifying and pulling out the things that we were proud of ourselves for. So this looked like, okay, think about what you were doing in January 2022. Okay. And then think about one thing that you overcame, that you succeeded at, one thing that you feel confident and proud about. And then move forward. What were you doing in February 2022? And go through the whole year, writing down things that you overcame, things that you succeeded at, and you will be shown by yourself by your own inner knowledge and your own inner wisdom all of the things that catapult you to your next destination, to that next desire. It's 1:11 in my house. Hey, what's up from Morocco? Hi, friends. All right, I'm rapid firing journal prompts, and then afterwards I'm going to type them so you guys can screenshot them. This is all from the Legend Planner. This isn't from me, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to fill these out in front of my fireplace. And I highly recommend you find a peaceful place and a warm drink to do the same. Okay, what is most important in your life? You can think about the different dimensions of like what's most important in your health, what's most important in your home, your personal life, your spiritual life, what's most important with your body relationship, your family and your friend relationships. What's most important there? Because if you don't know what's most important in your life, then how are you supposed to magnetize more of that? You know, if you don't know what you desire, then you don't have a path to step on. So you decide. You're empowered. You are sovereign. You can decide what you want. Don't discourage yourself before the world discourages you. All right? That's where we get hung up. All right. What are your personal values? We do that a lot. You could even look up a list of values and be like, oh, I respect that one. I like this one. Yes, this is important to me. Look up a list of values. If you had 6 months left to live, what would you do and who would you spend time with? That's telling. That's interesting. All right. Think about that. And have a look at yourself in third person. What do you see and what would you like to improve? In third person. Do you ever do that? Do you ever watch a video or something that you did, but you look at it from the perspective of like, oh, what if my mom watched this content? Or what if my daughter watched this content? Or what if my ex watched this content? Or do you ever do that? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But that's how I would imagine doing that. It'd be like, oh, well, if my ancestors saw me doing what I'm doing, would they be proud of me? That's a good prompt. What do I need to change? And so I feel like my ancestors would be proud. What am I doing that is like ignorant? Or what am I doing that's harmful in my life? Those are all good prompts too. Okay, what scares me or causes me to procrastinate? What causes you to procrastinate? Being seen causes me to procrastinate. For real, straight up. I know I get on the camera a lot for Spellbound Books and Woven Earth Collective, but it's because I've been pushing myself to do this for like 2 years, and I show up imperfectly, and I show up as a practice. It's also helpful when you set your intention. Set an intention before you do something. What would you do if you weren't afraid of anything? What does a successful life look like for me? Hello, everyone. I'm sharing journal prompts, things that you can reflect on at the end of the year. What would a successful life look like for you? All right. Last one. I'm not accepting requests to join right now, y'all. What do you want to give back to the world? I call this your legacy. What do you want to give back to the world? When you pass, what change do you want to make? Ooh, this is a really good question to ask yourself as well. What in the world breaks your heart? Because that is going to point you in the direction of your big, big purpose. So ask yourself that. What in the world? What do you hate about the world? What pisses you off and frustrates you more than anything? And that can help you figure out exactly what pain you want to alleviate for other people. It could point to your gift and your purpose too. How do you want to be remembered after you're gone? I want to be remembered as your book witch. That's a bold statement. It gets caught in my throat. It like bubbles out. And sometimes it turns into like this effervescence of cute uncertainty. Anyway, tell me in the chat. There's like so many of you guys here. What difference do you want to make with your life? If you could help anyone, who would you help? These are all great questions to ask yourself. Does anyone have any questions for me? I'm just going to share some closing Rise series comments. and you guys can ask me anything. I'm Jess, your book witch. I create spellbound books that work for your intention. And I'm here to be my authentic self, because when I show up and serve my medicine to people, then those people heal themselves, and then other people around them witness their healing, and they're inspired to heal themselves. And I just feel like it's in our biology to heal. Our bodies heal naturally. We go to the sun, like if you believe that we were like ocean creatures and then we came out of the ocean, and it's Capricorn season, so it's really illustrated by rising out of the sea as the sea goat and up to the mountain, one step in front of each other. And yeah, this is like, if trauma is inevitable because you got a no from the universe, or you got a no, or you got pain, or someone inflicted their pain onto you. If trauma is inevitable, then healing's inevitable. If lies can cause wars, then truth can cause peace. And these are just kind of like some quips that they resonate as true to me right now. Someone's car alarm's going off. Can you guys hear that? All right. Sorry about the terrible lighting. Like I said, I was going to go outside, but it's so windy. All right, loves. I can't accept anyone on. Wow, that's a lot of requests to be on. So doing Rise was a great integration into me taking myself more seriously and me showing up. Because it's easy for me to show up for community, and it's easy for me to show up for my family, and it's easy for me to show up in the kitchen, but showing up to show my heart, and share my heart with everyone, it's an act of vulnerability, courageous vulnerability. And so whatever you're harboring that you love so much, that like sparks life in you, follow it. It's like a little breadcrumb trail or a little thread that you like pull through your life. And it doesn't matter how fast you're going, words of the wise, because I feel like I move like a fucking sloth, like so slow, small increments stretched over long periods of time. You don't have to go fast to be moving in the direction of your destiny. All right. So you don't need to be anything other than what you are. And when you choose to be more of what you are, then you blossom into always what you wanted to be, what you always wanted to be. And that's what I have to offer you guys. I'm going to go ahead and type those comments up. I don't want to keep you too long. Believe in yourselves, you guys. There's only 2 emotions that matter in life: fear and love. That's my mic drop. I love you so much. I hope to make a book with you soon. If we are a good fit, we can have some virtual tea time together. Go to www.tinyurl.com/spellboundbooks, and you and I can have a talk and figure out if we would be a good match. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here for Rise. And I'll see you under the full moon or under the dark moon. Shit. At Weeko, I see you on the first quarter moon, the last quarter moon, as witches do. Thank you for being here. Adios.